Hey friend, welcome. I'm Jen. I'm a part-time online clothing reseller, which means I go to thrift stores, I buy used clothes, I list them on eBay and Poshmark and sell them hopefully for a profit. Today is Monday, September 23rd, I think. And these are my weekend sales. It was a 3-day weekend. I chose not to ship on Saturday, which I usually do, but we did something together as a family and I just made the decision to focus on my family. But I have 15 items that sold over the weekend. So Friday, Saturday, Sunday. My gross sales amount was $405.79. And the first package is a bundle that sold on Poshmark. This is a really beautiful vintage sweater. It's Carolina colors. It is, I think it's so pretty. Oh shoot, I lost my little tag thing. Okay, so I'm gonna try and tell you all the things today. It is possible that I will forget something. And but if you have questions, please let me know in the comments and I will do my very best to answer them to the best of my ability. I do not consider myself an expert. I just am sharing what I'm doing here. So this bundle, there were 3 items. They were priced at $76 and someone offered me $60. So I just said that all the items were $20 a piece. I usually look up average sale price and sell-through rate, and I was just feeling very overwhelmed this morning and I chose not to do that. So I hope that doesn't bother you, but if it does, I apologize. This is another vintage sweater. This is went to the same buyer. This has some cable knit in here and it's like this speckled. It's really pretty. This is acrylic cotton. It does have wool in it, but it's vintage Liz Claiborne, Elizabeth. I did spell Elizabeth wrong in the listing, but I don't think that matters. I don't think that in vintage sweaters too much. I mean, there are cases, but too much in vintage sweaters, I don't think that the brand matters too much. So this also sold for $20. So the first sweater I got at a garage sale. No, I'm sorry. I bought it at a thrift store in my town and I spent $1.47 on it and it sold in 4 months. That sweater I bought at the bins where you pay by the pound, and that one took 7 months to sell. I average my average cost of goods at $2 an item when I go to the bins. And then this I just bought at a garage sale. It took 3 days to sell, which is kind of crazy. But it's just like a little Vera Bradley bag and it does have a matching little wallet to go with it. And this, yeah, 3 days to sell. So averaging everything at $20 an item, minus the Poshmark platform fees. I did not pay anything for shipping because Poshmark takes care of all the shipping, and minus my cost of goods, that makes my profit $43.53, which I think is fantastic. I am using the big number 7 box. I'm just putting all those items in there, and then I will tape it up a little bit later, just so we can save a little bit of time because there's a lot going on here today. 15 items is a bit much. This is a belt. It has this really cool buckle on it. This is a brand called Brighton. I thought Brighton was an MLM, a multi-level marketing company, but I recently just took one of my teenagers and her friends to the mall, like a really high-end mall, and there was a Brighton store in there. So I don't know. I do know that some multi-level marketing companies also have stores where they sell them in other ways. So maybe that's the case, or maybe I was just wrong. That's always possible. So the Brighton belt sold for $17 on Poshmark. I was feeling a little like my sales weren't very good. So on Friday, I sent out a ton of 30% off offers on Poshmark. I added a 30% off coupon on my eBay store. I don't know what's going on with eBay, but it is just not my best friend right now. In average, my 60% of my sales are on eBay. I checked that for the month, and I checked it for year to date, like for all of 2024. And yeah, usually eBay is 60% of my sales. And today, over this weekend, they were 40% of my sales. So I'm not really sure what's going on with eBay. And if you look at, like, I'm looking at my statistics on eBay, and it's just not looking great. Anyway, this belt took 20 days to sell. I paid $5.50 for it at a local thrift store. There was a day I went in and they were like, clothes were 50% or like 75% off. And I thought that meant belts also for some reason. And then I went to check out and did not include belts. So I think that I probably overpaid for those, and I just forgot to tell you how much it was, how much my profit was. $8.10. So I didn't even double my money, which is kind of a bummer, but it sold fast. So, and I've sold Brighton belts before, and they've all sold fairly quickly. And I probably could have gotten more money, but like I said, I put that 30% off offer. So that's okay. I'm happy to make some money. These are little hot pink combat boots. They're actually Doc Martens. They're Airwaves. Yeah, I think it's called Airwave. Anyway, these were my daughters. They are pretty well loved. So last winter, well, in the fall, this is one of the things that I really, really love about reselling. So last fall, I needed to get my daughter a bunch of shoes. So these are, you know, they're pretty, yeah, they're loved. She wore these things a lot. So last fall, I needed to get my daughter some shoes. I happened upon a bundle of, like a lot of shoes her size on Poshmark for like $25. It was really well priced. And there were 2 pairs of Nike sneakers. There were 5 pairs for $25. It was crazy. 2 pairs of Nike sneakers, like high tops. There were these, and there were a pair, believe it or not, of Birkenstocks, which she still wears and she shouldn't be wearing. She wore them yesterday, and I looked down and her toes were like over the top of them. I'm like, you've got to give those up, child. She loves them. So there was one more pair, but they were like a little loafer style, but I think they were just like a Target brand, and she never really wore those. She didn't really like them. So, where's my box? Here we go. Anyway, she wore them to death. I listed them and sold them. And that's just one of the things I really like about reselling is I can get money back from items that my kids wore. We sold for $16 on Poshmark. They weren't going to sell much. The sell-through rate on them wasn't super great, and these were really warm. And still, $16. I have my profit at $12.80, saying that I didn't have a cost of goods into them, but you know, I did have a cost of goods. I think some people do that differently with their own personal items. And actually, I just listed something that was really annoying to me. I bought one of my daughters a school book, like a book for school, and I homeschool, so it was homeschool curriculum. and after I bought it, I cleaned out a bookshelf and found the book. So that one, I did relist it, but then the comps were less than what I bought it for. So I'm not sure what happened. I did buy it on Amazon, I think, not on eBay. Anyway, I love reselling things that are ours, you know? It just makes me feel like I'm getting a good bang for my buck, I guess. These are a pair of Bowden pants. They're velvet. I don't know if you'll be able to see that. I'm gonna need to take a quick minute and just make sure there's no lint, but there's the Bowden tag. These came from a friend of mine who we kind of have a consignment deal, and I've sold a fair amount of her things over the past, it's been about 6 months now. So she had some really nice like Anthropologie and a lot of Bowden and some really good dresses, but these are just like a straight kind of tapered leg velvet pant, and they sold for $16 on Poshmark. So she and I are gonna split $12.80. So I'll get $6.40, which, you know, isn't great, but that's okay. I am probably not going to choose to do consignment anymore. It stresses me out for one thing, and I think that with the kind of items that I generally sell, I just don't make enough to be worth splitting it, if that makes sense. Because I need to value my time too. Like, it takes time to lint roll these velvet pants. Okay, I don't even know if they're gonna be good enough. I hope so. And let's see, let's talk about wrapping things up. So I wrap everything in tissue paper. It's 20 by 30. All the stuff that I use is linked. That's the word. Linked in the description. They are affiliate links. I think it's just like Amazon affiliate stuff. So I have little stickers that are just thank you stickers. And then for all the Poshmark items, I just use priority mail shipping supplies. I usually use the Tyvek mailers for things like this. Sometimes I'll use boxes. I'm out of the Tyvek mailers, so I'm using the padded flat rate envelopes. You can use the flat rate items with Poshmark, and it even says it like on the bottom of the thing, that of the little label, that you can use flat rate and regional rate packaging. So I think that's good. If you don't know, Poshmark, what am I doing here? Okay, sorry. I need to keep my life organized here. Priority shipping items are free. You just have to pay for the label to actually ship it. And you can only use them when you're shipping priority with a priority label. I hope that makes sense. These are a little pair of shorts. They are pleated and cuffed. They are the brand BDG, which is Urban Outfitters. I found these at a time when I don't really find Urban Outfitters. I don't think that that's a little pair of shorts is, I don't know. I'm not an Urban Outfitters, what's the word? Expert. I don't know what is popular from there. Probably not those shorts, but I found them at the bins. I paid about $2 for them, and I mean, obviously probably less because they're real light, but they sold for $14 on Poshmark, and that makes my profit $9.05. I've had them for 7 months, so not awful, but not great. That's all right. Not everything has to be a winner. Those little $9 profits add up. All right, this is a pair of jeans. They're like a wide leg kind of trouser jean, and the brand is Talbot's, and they are a plus size. think they're a 20W. And they said 4 months to sell. Not bad. They sold for $20 on Poshmark. I feel all out of sorts not adding the average sale price and sell-through rate. It's like I don't know how to do it because I just have this little system usually, unless I get distracted, which happens easily. So these sold for $20. I've had them for 4 months. They came from a church sale. We're gonna make it fit. And I paid $2 for them. So my profit's $14. So Friday night, my family and I went to a festival, an apple festival, and we ate so much junk food. It was delicious. And I got to sing with my mom and my uncle, and that was a lot of fun. In one of the like entertainment tents. It was unexpected. I wasn't expecting it. But apparently they were. I just didn't know. Anyway, it was so much fun. And then on Saturday, I got up, went to the thrift store, and on the way home, passed a free rummage sale. It was like a donation rummage sale. So I had to stop, and then I had wasted some of my time. And so I ended up not having the time to ship because we had planned on a family day, and we hadn't really decided what we were doing. We ended up going to an amusement park, which is not like us. Like we would normally go hiking or kayaking or maybe to the zoo because we have a zoo pass, but we decided to go to an amusement park, and it was so much fun. And we again ate so much junk food. This is a cardigan. I don't know, it's really hard to show you, but it's very pretty. It's soft surroundings. And it's a 1X, that's good. I don't know, it has like these panels on it. Here, let me show you the back and see if that's helpful. I don't know. It's really pretty, it's very fall. I was looking at the thing, oh, it does have birds on it. Ooh, I love birds. And I was looking at, yeah, I haven't sold very much soft surroundings. So I try to only buy it if it's like really boho or flowy looking or interesting and unique, like the birds. This came from the bins, apparently, 3 months ago. And it sold for $20 on Poshmark. I think I had it listed for $30, but I was trying to make some sales, you know? And that makes my profit $14. I'm not sad about turning $2 into $14 in 3 months. I think that's great. If you can't tell, I'm really excited about this weekend's sales. They were really good. I was very pleased. Most of them happened on Friday. Like Friday was really, really good. And then Saturday and Sunday were kind of on the upside, but not fantastic, if that makes sense. Okay. Sunday, we went to church, because we do. I don't know why I said it like that. We went to church. And then we went to a bridal shower for my cousin and his fiance, and got to see my grandma and my aunts, and it was really fun. Ate a lot of junk food. My aunt makes fantastic desserts, and she made a lot of them for my cousin's bridal shower, or his fiance's bridal shower. Anyway, these are Spanx. This is like a one-piece little Spank thing. It was in really good condition. I found it again at the bins. This is not something that I listed on eBay because it wasn't letting me list a used one. So it's in really good condition. I always, swimsuits and anything like this, I always take a shot, like a picture of the inside of the, like, in between the leg part, just to show that it's clean. And this sold for $24 on Poshmark. I clearly have done all my Poshmark sales first. This took 20 days to sale. Oh my word. Took 20 days to sell. And my profit is $17.20. And that was sticking to me. So did you have anything fun that you did over the weekend? Let me know in the comments. I told you all about mine. It was crazy. Filled with lots of junk food. I missed the part where we woke up this morning very, very early to a little boy who had a very sour belly. There was just too much junk food. These are a pair of sleep pants, and they are very cozy feeling. The brand is Torrid Sleep. Oh wait, it's not Torrid. Yeah, it does say Sleep. Super soft. And they are, and these are a 5, which is a 5X. And Torrid, in my experience, sells better. Like I can sell a Torrid 1, which would be a 1X, but 4s and 5s sell the best. And that's just been my experience with them. So this sold for $25. This was actually a full price sale on Poshmark. Took 10 days to sell. I bought them at the bins. And my profit is $18, so that's great. I'm super pleased with that. All right, I have one really good sale in here, and it's coming. So I feel like my energy just tanked. I don't know what happened. I used up all my energy this weekend. All right. I also feel like I have less to say about each item. All right, this is a Victoria's Secret nightie. I don't know, I never know how to describe these. This is really pretty, and it's got this little crisscross thing in the back. I mean, that's really sexy. The lace is like gold in it. It's really cute, really, really pretty, I think. This sold so fast, like in 3 days. And I went to a garage sale. Oh, it was Labor Day weekend. Labor Day weekend, there was like a town sale about 20 minutes away. And I happened upon one sale, and I bought, I think 7. Something's happening in my house. Not sure what's happening. I bought like 7 or 8 Victoria's Secret nightgowns, nighty things for $1 a piece. That's the first one to sell. I just got them listed. So this one took 3 days to sell, and my profit is $12.60. It sold for $17. That was the 30% off, I believe. So, all right, now we're moving on to, what's the word that I'm looking for? eBay. eBay, that is the word that I'm looking for. Okay. Hang on, I like to use recycled poly mailers when I can. Helps save me money because I do buy poly mailers. I either use my shipping supply discount coupon for having an eBay store, and sometimes I can get those for free, but usually I'll end up paying like $2 or $3 for however many I bought, or I buy them on Amazon. So I try not to pay more than like 7 cents per poly mailer, but if I can get them for free, I will do that. I forgot to show you what this is. Oh my word. This is a little Vera Bradley clutch. It is new. So the thing with the Vera Bradley is this is called a clutch wallet mosaic. Anyway, so my rule with Vera Bradley is, unless it's really new or old and made in the United States, I don't buy it. It also has to be really cheap. But at that same it wasn't the same sale, but the same town sales. I found a bunch of new and almost new Vera Bradley bags, and they were all like $1 a piece. So this one was $1. It sold in a week. I had it listed for $25.96. They used the 30% off coupon plus shipping. They paid a total of $24.12, and that makes my profit $15.19. Wow, I am really going off the rails today. All right, the thing with using a recycled poly mailer is sometimes the tape just gets a little out of control. Okay, so my tape that I buy is silent tape because I cannot handle the packing tape sound. I get a little sensory overload. But that's linked below too. I love it. It's probably my favorite reseller tool. Oh, speaking of which, if you are happy 06-ish, you know what I'm talking about. Email me at jennthereseller@gmail.com. Jenn, Jenn, the THE reseller, RESELLER, just like my YouTube name, at gmail.com. Send me an email. We'll get this situation figured out. Okay, this is it. This is the really good sale. This is a suede bag. I don't know. It has marks on it and it's kind of discolored. There was nothing exactly like it or even really similar that had sold. There was one listed on Etsy for, it was over $200. I'm trying to remember if it was like $291. That number is like in my head for some reason. But I think it was around like the $250 range. So, but there was nothing sold that I could find. Doesn't mean there's not. When I look, I will look on the product research tool back 3 years if I need to. You can filter to 3 years. And there was nothing exactly like this, even similar. This is suede. It's like real leather suede. And very cool, in my opinion. So I did something kind of weird that I don't normally do. And I put it on an auction. So I think I had it listed for $50 and then like started at $50 and then auction. I did that for 7 days and there was nothing. Cause I was like, I don't know what to do with this thing. So based on the other one that was listed, that was in impeccable condition, listed for $200 plus, I listed mine for $100 and it took 20 days to sell. But did they send me an offer? They must have sent me an offer because it was an even number. And when I send offers, it's always like a number and odd cents, you know? And so they sent me an offer for $70. I think this happened like right before I was doing the 30% off coupon. And I was like, I know I'm going to put it for 30% off anyway. So yeah. So I accepted the offer and they paid a total of $77. I bought it at the bins this last time that I went. There were so many bins items today. My profit's $58.24, which makes me thrilled. I just, you know, you can see my average, even with this sale, my average sale price was like $23. And that includes shipping and stuff. So my average sale price is not that high. So it's very exciting when something high like that sells. This is a maxi dress. It is just like a tank dress. I think it has modal in it. Is it modal? Anyway, it's J-Jill. That is one of my favorite bread and butter if I can't say it, bread and butter brands. I think it sells so well, and it's better than like Chico's and Talbot's in my opinion, as far as resale. In my experience, I'm not ever telling you what to do, I'm just telling you my experience. But this I had listed for $35, and they used the 30% off coupon, paid shipping, so they paid a total of $36.07. The shipping was really high for this for some reason, but I had it for a month, found it at the bins. So my profit is $20.12, which is fantastic in my opinion. I'm trying to find a big enough recycled poly mailer. Just trying to get some of these recycled ones used up. They're not always pretty. I always think maybe I should get, they do have like stickers that say, I used recycled materials. Thank you for, I don't know, supporting our planet or something like that. I always wonder if I should get some of those stickers, but I've never had anybody complain, and I use recycled poly mailers quite a bit. So, and I use recycled boxes for, you know, hats and bras and stuff. So overall, I think it's fair. I think I've heard before, there's some guy, some YouTuber that covers a lot of like reseller drama, and he's mentioned before that it's like controversial to use recycled materials. I don't know. That's kind of like one of my secret pleasures. Do you have a secret pleasure? Is like drama stuff. Like, I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't admit that. But like when I kind of need to just turn my brain off and not watch reseller content, then I'll watch like, oh, there's always like influencer drama, and I don't know. It's terrible. I shouldn't be excited about that kind of stuff, but I do. I think because it's just so far out of like my reality. Like it's so different than my regular world. I don't know. These are not anything very exciting. The buckle black. They're cargo pants, cargo shorts rather. They are, I don't know, really lightweight, like a performance material. And they sold for $12 plus shipping on eBay. And actually these were kind of tucked away. I was going to take them out of my inventory soon because I've had them for over a year, and you know, they were not listed for very much, so I'm trying to make some space in my inventory. I already took out about 100 things, and I'm getting ready to take out about 100 more. I've pulled them out of the boxes. They're just like in a bin right there, so I had to dig through that bin. One of the things that I was thinking about the other day is I think I've had all this stuff pulled out of my boxes for a couple weeks, and I've only had to dig through them twice, which means that stuff's really not selling. So I shouldn't feel bad about taking it out of my inventory. I don't know, do you take stuff out of your inventory or do you leave it? I can totally understand why people just leave it and let it go. I just don't have the space for that. If I had more space than I have, I would probably leave things because I took the time. And even if it only sells for, you know, $5 or something, or I only get $5 in profit, then it's still $5 on something that I spent time photographing and listing and shipping eventually. It feels kind of a waste. Like I spent all that time and then now I'm taking more time to get rid of it, but I just don't have the space. And I was out of space. I was like busting at the seams. This was a really fast sale. Something weird happened to my lighting. I used the natural light from my big garage door, and I think the sun changed. So anyway, these are Aloe Yoga leggings. The mailman's here. Well, Now I don't know what to do about my thumbnail. That's okay. First world problems, right? Aloe yoga leggings. These sold super fast. I had them listed for $25. Somebody sent me an offer for $15. Out of breath. Like I was running all my packages out to him. Okay, he was super kind. Anyway, these, I don't know what I was gonna say. Oh, the sell-through rate wasn't great at all. So just aloe leggings, aloe yoga leggings, just did not have a great average sale price or sell-through rate. So actually the sale price was good. It was like, I think around 30. So I probably sold these way under what I should have, but the sell-through rate was low, so I priced lower. Took the offer. They sold in 2 days. I found them at the bins, so I averaged that. I, paid $2 for them, but I didn't. My bins is $1.79 a pound. At least it was the last time I went. They may have changed it since then. Sorry, the other thing about using recycled mailers is that I have to be really careful to not flash the labels at you. So I can keep privacy. Yeah, 7 ounces. Is that right? 7 ounces. Yeah, so maybe $1. Less than $1. Anyway, my my profit is $11.43. Oh my word, sorry, that just way took me off the rails more than normal. All right, those will have to go out tomorrow. Thankfully, I have all of my shipping handling time set at 2 days. So even with the weekend, they don't really count Saturday as one of the days. So I have until Tuesday to ship things. So if it goes out on Tuesday, that's fine. I'm sorry, that sold on eBay. I don't know, for $15. My total profit for the weekend was $271.40, which is fantastic. That averages out to about $90 a day, which is just about 20 more than I want, which makes me happy, very happy. So like I said, most of that did sell on Friday, not much on Saturday or Sunday. So I'm not really sure, and I don't know what happened to eBay. Anyway, let me know if you're struggling with eBay, or I hear it both ways. I hear like, oh, eBay is great, and I struggle with Poshmark, and I don't know. I also sent out a ton of 30% off offers on Depop and got nothing. So I don't know. I've only sold 3 or 4 things total on Depop. It's new, but I don't know. I feel like it's not worth the effort, because it does take me a little bit of time to go in and list. I have to think about it a little more, because I have to worry about like the themes and the tags and all of that stuff. So I don't know. And I have to rearrange all my pictures when I do it, because they only have 8 pictures. They only allow 8 pictures, and eBay allows 24, which I use often. So it's hard to narrow it down sometimes from 24 pictures to 8, especially sometimes I'll have like a really cool vintage item, but it has a lot of flaws. So I am really, make sure I photograph all of those, and then I can't show them on Depop. So I don't know. Okay, I think that needs to be it for me today. I got a little chatty. I think that's normal. That's all right. Make sure you like the video, subscribe if you haven't already. I do these ship with me videos pretty much every day, Monday through Saturday, except when I go to an amusement park and choose to not ship, but I upload them at 8 p.m. Eastern, just so you can get a realistic view of what a part-time reseller sells. Some days are really good, and some days not so much. It's already noon because, like I said, I woke up with a kiddo with a sour belly, so we spent some cuddle time. I may have fallen back asleep on the couch. Anyway, I don't know what else I was gonna say. I think I gotta be done. All right, thanks so much for joining me. I'll see you soon.